Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Real Estate Advice, you'll learn 11 hidden costs of moving. My name is Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. For reference, I upload 6 days a week, so make sure you tap that bell icon and get notified of the very next episode. Okay, team, so let's take a look at this. Whenever you get ready to move, whether you're doing an out-of-state move, inter-city move, or just moving to a different city in the same state, there's 11 fees that can come as a little bit of a surprise when you're getting ready to make your move. So let's go ahead and go over 11 of them. That way you'll know what to ask the professional movers that you choose to hire when the time comes for you to go ahead and start getting the logistical side of things taken care of. The first one is actually packing and unpacking. Now, obviously you can save yourself a lot of money if you choose to do your packing yourself. But with the stress of moving and the stress of buying your new house where you're going, maybe that's not exactly on the top of your mind. Just know that you can pay an additional fee to movers to actually do your packing. If you want help doing the unpacking when you get there, then they're also going to have an unpacking fee too. What makes it a little bit nice about the professionals doing the packing for you is nothing should be broken in transit ideally, because they're going to be wrapping everything up nice and neat, and they're going to make sure that it's going to be ready for the journey ahead to your new home. The second thing is actually rigging. And what I mean when I'm saying rigging is actually lowering or hoisting different things. Let's say you have like a piano or something on the 3rd floor of a building and you're trying to get it down to the bottom. Well, how are you going to do that? If there's not enough space in a service elevator or an elevator in general, then they're probably going to be looking at trying to take it out through the window. So you may actually have hoisting. So if you have furniture that doesn't fit through doors or along narrow staircases and hallways, movers may set up a rope and pulley system to help them be able to do it and take it through the window. So this service will come at an additional price, and it's normally going to only be offered by a moving company that has specific equipment and skills required to perform the service safely. So the third one is actually the exclusive use of a moving vehicle. So your household items may be loaded onto the same truck with a couple of other shipments transported along in the same route. Now, I'm sure the last time you're on a major freeway, you saw the moving vans that were out, and you might have even saw containers or modules like pods that might have been like 2 or 3 or 4 of them on the same vehicle being moved in the same general direction, right? Well, if your location is going to be a little bit different, then you might have a situation where you're hiring a specific moving vehicle and you may pay an additional fee to go ahead and have it where it's only your stuff going directly there. Now, if you can hold out a little bit, wait a little bit longer to receive your items by a certain guaranteed date, then maybe you can save a little bit of money by allowing it to go on to other vehicles. But if you want it right away, you're going to pay an additional fee for that. The fourth one is actually shuttle services. So with shuttle services, if you have a larger moving truck that cannot access your property due to its size, then the movers may use smaller vehicles to transport your items, and you'll be charged an extra fee for that. The fifth is a split pickup and delivery. If you have your items must be picked up from several different locations, or if you need some of your belongings delivered at your final destination and others somewhere else, such as a storage unit or a temporary housing, then you'll have an additional fee to pay for the split pickup or delivery services. So depending on where you're having everything delivered, you might have more than one fee depending on where you're having everything to take possession of your possessions in the deliveries area, right? So it's important for you to know exactly what you want to do there, and it's important for you to know that if you're able to get it seamless as possible from point A to point B, that's going to probably be the best case scenario if that's practical to your situation. So the sixth one is actually the waiting time and redelivery. If you can't wait for the moving truck for your new property on an agreed upon date, the movers may charge a fee for waiting, if you can't meet them to go ahead and receive your possessions into your new home, and they have to leave it on the truck. That means the truck can't be used for helping out another family that's planning a move or another person planning a move. So they're going to charge you extra by the day until you're able to get your stuff off the truck and into your house, so then go on about their delivery business, okay? The seventh is storage and warehouse handling. So storage in transit may be required if unexpected problems arise. So, the moving company will charge an extra fee, and the longer your belongings stay in storage, the more you will have to pay. So this goes into sometimes, let's say that you're buying a house out of state. and let's say that you had a close of escrow date at a specific date. Let's say it was like the 5th of May or something was going to be your close of escrow date, right? So if you had a close of escrow date, but let's say the house didn't close until like May 10th, well, the 5 days there, if you were planning on having everything shipped out on May 5th so that you could take possession of your new home, have everything put into your new home on that same date that you closed, that would be perfect and ideal. If for some reason there was a problem and it took until May 10th, then this is an example of where you might have your items placed in storage or a warehouse, or going back to the wait time. So if that's the case, then they're going to charge you an additional fee for storing that stuff more than likely. So it's important to note that, and it's important to ask these kind of questions up front so that you know what their policies are, and also to make sure that's going to work for your circumstances if for some reason something didn't work out ideally. It's always best to have a contingency plan. So then the 8th one is actually assembly and reassembly, disassembly and reassembly of furniture. So let's say that you have really interesting furniture, like going back to that piano, or that you have some large furniture that's really, really nice. And maybe it's easier to ship that if it was dismantled. You can actually pay the movers, if you want the moving company that provides these services, to dismantle it for you and then reassemble it for you when you get into your new home. Could make it really cool and really easy for you. Just know that that comes at an additional fee. So the 9th one is actually handling special items. So movers are not generally responsible for connecting or disconnecting electrical appliances. So if you want them to take your electrical appliances and install them in your new home, or disconnect them from your existing home, install them into your new home, they'll be happy to do that for an additional fee. So then the 10th one is actually a long carry. If movers if the movers must park more than 50 to 75 feet from your house, then it's considered a long carry in the moving world, and they might just charge you for it. So you want to ask the movers whenever you're looking at different contractors or different moving companies out there, okay, so when you get to my new home, are you guys moving the stuff into the house, or is that an additional fee? Just ask them that up front. If they say, hey, yeah, we do that as part of our service, then great. Just make sure that they're not charging an additional fee for it. And if they say, hey, no, we can do that, but if we do that, then it's an additional fee. Just make sure that you know the answer to that question, so it doesn't surprise you that when you get to your new home, if maybe you're 50 to 75 feet away from the moving truck, and then they just put everything in your front yard, and then you got to move it all inside yourself. So to me, personally, I would probably find it well worth the additional money just to have them move it right into whatever room I wanted it in inside the house, so I can make sure that my personal possessions were taken care of and not exposed to the elements. So the 11th one here is actually climbing stairs. So if you're going into a unit, or maybe a condominium, or maybe a townhouse of sorts, or maybe you bought a 2-story, 3-story home and they got to take things upstairs, then you're going to pay an additional fee for that, because many movers are going to have like a flight charge. So depending on how many flight of stairs there are, they might have a different fee for taking the furniture up and down the stairs. By knowing these 11 kind of fees right here in today's video, you'll have 11 new questions to ask a moving company when it comes time to plan out your move. And by doing that, then you'll be that much more well prepared for whenever you're planning your move again, whether it's out of state, whether it's inner city, or whether it's simply from one city to another in the same state. I hope these knowing these 11 hidden fees help you out, so it gives you 11 new questions to ask the moving company. Now it's your turn. Tell me what you took from this video. What was the most shocking one of these to you, or what was the one that you're going to ask about the next time you hire a moving company? Tell us about it in the comment section below. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop up my contact information. If you want to drop me a line to say hello, or if you need help finding a top agent where you live, please let me know. Always enjoy to hear from you. If you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. Number 3, please share this video around with someone you know it's going to really help, because just like you, I'm sure you could think of just one other person that could really benefit from this video today. Thank you so much for watching today, team, and between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. See you soon.